in Q1 FY23, copper and aluminium prices are down 20 to 30% on a QOQ basis. Cable and wire players have announced price cuts between 8 to 9% recently. Have you taken any price cuts? Is there anything expected in the coming weeks?
Normally, price cuts are done regularly or price cuts or rises are done regularly for the B2C market every 15 days based on the input cost, whether it is going up or down. So it is adjusted. So in the recent time, that it has fallen significantly. So there may be some cuts, but maybe in a week or 2 weeks. But so far as B2B business is concerned, the new tenders or offers are quoted based on the prevailing prices and the implications are passed on to the customer on week-to-week basis.
Okay, Mr. Gupta, that point is taken, but what we understand is that fall in these prices usually leads to a quicker destocking when it comes to the inventory. Is that something that you are seeing on the ground? And if you can talk to us about what the channel checks are suggesting.
See, destocking is already taking place. In first quarter of June, we have seen lesser stocking by the dealers and the retailers because of the fear of the prices going down. Definitely, we see once this correction is over in this month or so, we feel that that destocking fear will be over and destocking will be carried out quickly throughout the month, and then it will bounce back for the more purchases by the customers or the dealers.
Well, so, when we just continue to talk about what's happening with this entire space, can you also just tell us about the demand play, especially in H123? How do you expect it to be subdued because of price hike? How can realization come over there? When do you expect a turnaround in consumer confidence and demand?
Yeah, we have seen in the first quarter, as the prices were correcting, there was a significant interest in the B2B segment, and the EPC contractors and other direct buyers, they tried to complete their purchases so as to take the benefit of the lower prices. So far as dealers are concerned, it's not that they are not buying. There may be a fall of 10 to 15% in their normal buying pattern on month to month, but they have been buying, and also whatever they could sell, they were stocking, but they were not interested in keeping much stocks.
Sir Gupta, that point is taken as well, but wanted to talk to you about the retail segment as well, because the revenue contribution coming in from that has moved up from 30 to 41%. Where is it headed, and what kind of growth prospects does that segment offer?
We expect a contribution of around 45% in this financial year coming out from retail business. That means the sales done through the dealer network. So far as investments in retail products are concerned, this year we'll be completely focusing on our existing wires and cables business, and we'll try to push our brand and in the retail to a much more significant level. So far as Capex is concerned, we expect to do around 200 crore Capex in this year. The details of which can be shared later on once we start building up in next 1 to 2 months.
Exports are now about 11 to 12% of the business. What are the triggers for that? Has there been a moderation due to global demand slowdown?
We don't see much slowdown in our customer range. The reason is that we have been focusing on solar projects and oil and gas projects for our exports, and both these segments have shown significant growth potential in going forward. Oil and gas, because of the very high oil prices, leaving good amount of cash with the companies to invest. And also in many countries, the infrastructure is being built and an alternative infrastructure to imports other than Russia. So far as solar is concerned, it is a very strong ongoing investment all over the world, including India. So we don't see any reduction in the exports, but we'll try to build up our exports from 12 to 13 or 14% of the total sales, increased sales turnover in this financial year.
Sure, Mr. Gupta, before we let you go, just wanted your sense regarding what's happening with the Capex in the country. There's a lot of tailwinds, there are a lot of SOPs that have come out. In this regard, given your company's play on what's happening with the entire industrial and Capex theme, where do you see the company headed, let's say, in the next 3 to 5 years?
There is a strong traction in capital goods sector because investments are there all across in the industries, in infrastructure, in steel, cement, and plant capacity buildup, and oil and gas. We expect a growth of around 17 to 18% over next 3 to 5 years CAGR on yearly basis.